Well, everybody, I'm glad you joined me again today. I got something I'm going to show you here really quick. I've been wanting to get a better fencing system set up for my pigs. I'm wanting to make up some paddocks rather, where I can move my pigs, rotate them around so they're not on the same ground all the time. That way I can use them for weed control during the summer and clearing pasture or clearing areas of my property. And I do have quite a few cow panels and hog panels that I've acquired over the years when I was heavy in the scrapping business, going around cleaning up farms, and lots of times I'd get some usable cow panels or hog panels. But it's kind of a pain in the butt driving steel post, wiring the hog panels or cow panels to them. You need to move the fence, then you're unwiring it, then you're pulling the steel post out of the ground, all that kind of stuff, and it's just got to be a pain in the butt. So anyways, I was on Marketplace the other day and I come across some panels, and they were out of a farrowing house, and so I'm going to show you them. They're going to be easier to move around, and well, they're heavy, but they're not that heavy that one guy can't move them around. But of course I have a skid loader to help me lift them and stuff if I have to move them from spot to spot. But they're going to be easy putting together. I'm not going to have to be driving steel posts in the ground anymore, just because of the way these things are designed. I'll show you what I'm talking about. But all I got to do is come up with some rebar, which I'll probably just go to one of the local hardware stores or whatever, and I'll go and purchase some rebar to fasten these together, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, right here's the panels. From end to end, from here down to the other end, they're like 11 feet 7 inches. And I have a total of 23 of them. There's some here, and then I got a stack of them right there. But anyhow, I picked these up off Marketplace. The guy had originally had them listed for 25 bucks a piece, and he had reduced the price down to 15, and when I come across them they had been reduced down to 15, and I thought that was a steal at $15. So I contacted the guy, he still had them, and so I went up day before yesterday and made the purchase. I just drove the car up there because I wanted to make sure they were like I expected them to be, and they were. And I thought the design of them, everything would work perfect for my pig operation. And when I was talking about not having to drive post, is you see these tabs on the end where these holes are at. All I got to do is purchase some rebar and just line up those holes and put a piece of rebar down through there as a pin, and it'll hold the panels together. And if I wanted to, I could drive the piece of rebar down into the ground, but all they got to do is actually drop down and they'll stand up on their own once that pin's in there. But anyhow, that's what I plan on doing, is getting rebar on the end of it. I'll weld a flat piece of metal so it can't go all the way down through, and all I have to do is have the pins long enough to reach both sets of holes, so a couple feet long, and they'll be able to pin them together. And then if I want to move the pins, I'll just unpin them, grab the panels, drag them to the next location, and pin them back together. It beats driving steel post, especially if you're trying to move fence in the winter time. Them steel posts, you drive them in the ground's frozen, you can't get them removed. So I'll be able to move these around anytime I want, winter or summer. Well, I thought I'd just show those panels to you, share this with you. Hopefully in the next few days I'm going to be taking out some fence and setting these panels up. Actually, I'm going to extend the pin that I have, but I'm going to remove the cow panels and the hog panels that I have set up now, get the posts pulled out of the ground before the winter freeze sets in, and get some frozen in the ground. I'm going to get them pulled out, and I'm going to get some rebar like I said, and I'm going to get these panels set up and extend their pig yard a little bit, and make it where I can divide some of them pigs off, because when the babies are big enough to wean, I'm going to have a pen set up for them. So I'm going to get a shelter for them. I'm going to get a shelter ready. So once I do wean the pigs here in a couple months, they're going to have a shelter set up already and a pen to keep them separate from the sows. And then I'll also be able to set up a pen where I can keep my boar right with the sows, but not in with them at all times. And then when I want them bred, I can turn the boar in with the sows, and once they're all bred, I can put him back in his own pen and separate him from the sows again. So I'm going to be working on that. Hopefully I'll get that done in a short while. It won't take forever to get it all set up, but that's my goal, is to get my pig operation a little bit organized and make it easier for me. Like I said, rather than having to move hog panels and cow panels and steel posts, I'll just be able to pin these together and make life easier. Well, I'm going to let you go. See y'all later, and don't forget I love you. Bye.